Welcome back to another video by Gamer J. In this episode, we're going to review our Truffle Worm farm and attempt to fight Duke Fishron. But first, we're going to try and cheese the fight with invulnerability time and the health stealing vampire knives. As you can see, I attempted this earlier and I was torn in half, but I did not have the vampire knives. When I tried it, I just tried the invulnerability with using spike platforms to damage myself and using the star veil, which increases the length of your invulnerability. I've swapped out my ranged damage since this is a melee weapon. I've not changed my gear out. I think that we might want the upgraded shield for the fight in the end. Because I think that Duke Fishron causes bleed, so bleed immunity could be useful. Alright, let's go get him and see if we can't survive. How much gold do I have? Oh, very good. Alright, so not doing too hot here. Vulnerability's not doing much for us, dodging does nothing, and the lifesteal is killing us too. Alright, so for anyone who thought you could cheese it this way, as I've seen on forums, it doesn't work. I could improve that a dozen ways and still fail horribly at it. Alright, let's use our first to give us a bit. Right, and on to our truffle worm farm. Oh, might as well. Oh, yes, let's put our wings back on so we don't have fall damage. That'll be good. Extra damage from our attacks, and we'll take the butterflies with us, it's fine. You need to put them away. Alright, so on to the truffle worm farm, and I did have another video on this when I was building it, but I didn't have my mic set up. I left it posted. See, I've got a chlorophyte farm here. So the basic concept is we have these traps that stop things from going forward, particularly in the layers below. So a lot on the top layer. They're going to keep on going and get into the lava pit. We have this over here as well because there are going to be some things that fall through. It's intended for the truffle worms to fall through, other things to hop over, but things are going to fall through. So I initially took these out once I got the jungle stuff in and put them further back, but found, you see we've got a truffle worm headed towards the middle right there, so we might have one before we even really get this thing going. Well, there is a bad guy now in the middle, so that's probably going to kill him. Alright, well, let's get in here and see if we can't. Nope, we can't see. So let's clear out the middle. And to get the farm working kind of proper, I guess we might as well try and kill. Ooh, hey, the bubble guns work good for shooting through these things, huh? Good enough. Well, there's a truffle worm there, and it didn't scurry away. So you can see it works. Truffle worms spawn here pretty regularly, and I haven't even started the traps. So the traps help us out by reducing the amount of spawned mobs. There's a spawn rate to bad guys and good guys alike. They share the spawn rate, and They also share the maximum amount of things that can be spawned at a time. So if we don't have stuff that kills things for us, then we have to go out there and kill it ourselves so that new things can spawn. Otherwise, no new truffle worms are going to spawn. You can see we haven't even really got started here, and we've already got several truffle worms down at the bottom. You can see they get through these traps just fine. Let's remove the gear so you can see this side a little bit. They'll fall through. This one's going to die though, so it's not uncommon for them to die on the top. But sometimes they do get through. Over here I'll notice they'll drop down and they'll get to here, and then when an archer will spawn, fall down here and come and kill it, or an archer will already be here and not dying very quickly because these are the initial bad traps rather than the good jungle traps that we have to do more damage. And so they take forever to kill something. So there's an archer just sitting here dying, and the truffle worm falls down and gets through. Like, okay, it's one shot away, and the shot doesn't make it in time to kill the archer, and the truffle worm dies. So truffle worms are going to die with this setup. It's not perfect, and I could spend a lot more time doing a lot more to it to make it much better than it is. You see, this for whatever reason, these giant fungi, when they spit out their spores, they all seem to just gravitate around me and go right in this line. And so again, sometimes they'll hit a truffle worm trying to get through. Alright, so we're not going to spend a lot of time on here. I just wanted a quick review of what it looks like in the end. Certainly if you have questions about it, I'd love to answer them. Go ahead and hit me up in the comments and tell you more about how to get this going if you have any questions. Alright, we're going to get down there, and so we just drop right down is the whole strategy. Invisibility potions are great. Well, let's keep this going for a second while I talk about it. Invisibility potions are great for catching truffle worms, particularly out in the wild where they're more likely to run away from you. But they're not necessary with this setup. You just drop down with net swinging. I don't even have the gold net. I've done so many fishing quests and not got the gold net here. It's not needed. We just got 5 truffle worms in basically no time. If I needed a bunch more right away, then I could leave and let everything despawn and come back. I find that that's a good way, but also just killing these giant fungi is a great way, and it's a lot of fun to just clear stuff out every once in a while. I don't really like having fully AFK farms. And I see, look, it's more fun when you forget that you can take damage and you get yourself killed. That to confuse me. This guy. There we go. So now we've killed a bunch of things. He's going to reduce our spawn rate, which is bad, but he's going to die to our traps here in a second. And to a bad guy. Bad guy's still doing arm, so they're not very helpful in killing him. Reducing our spawn rate is counterproductive to our truffle worm farming. You see, after doing a quick clear out, even with reduced spawn rates, I do have a water candle here to help with with increased spawn rates. But even with the reduced spawn rates, we've got one truffle worm already in the pit and another one about to make it there. So again, if things just don't seem to be spawning in as quickly as you want, and there's a bunch of guys on screen, just go kill them. It's sometimes easier said than done. If you don't have the gear, but you have the setup, then just wait it out. It'll eventually happen. You'll still get more. Leave and come back at another time is also useful. All right, so we're going to grab this last one and leave here with 8. And then we'll head on to do some, hopefully better attempts at Duke Fishron. I'll use some potions. I'll switch my gear around, and I'll move and dodge around and just try and get the movement and mechanics right. I know I don't have the best weapons to fight him. We're going to be using chlorophyte bullets to help me. So I do want to take some time to actually get my ammo in order before I go fight him. Alright, I think we got 3 of them down there. Let's make sure we don't have a shooty weapon. Oh, look, there's another one coming from the other side. I didn't even notice it. Alright, so we're just going to drop down and we're just going to keep on swinging. We're going to wait for this. Alright, there we go. There we go, there's 4 more. And we're up without getting shot. Close that. We're going to turn off the traps because we're not collecting worms anymore. We're going to head out, and next time I come down here, if I do want to use this, farm again, or if I just coming by accident, or even if I want to go to the farm next door, because it turns out that I have jungle traps that shoot across here from over here, and they can hurt me. Especially the jungle traps, they hurt. So I don't want to accidentally hurt myself, basically. It's the main reason to turn off those traps before I leave. Oh, hey, look, traps off, and there's still another one to go grab. So why not grab one last one as we zoom out of here. Alright. So, in that's fine. You can see I do have several deaths where my organs were ruptured. Oh, my Dr. Manfly. That's interesting. That's a solar eclipse occurrence. My flailing about was stopped by Duke Fishron, and I was removed from the world, Expert 1, by Duke Fishron. Alright, let's see. Heart Lantern, Heart Lantern, Heart Lantern. And those will all reach the bottom. So I won't have much missing of Heart Lanterns down there, but up here, I'm missing. Shoe. What to do about that? Can I build from this? I sure can. Let's see how far away. So, somewhere around here, maybe? I wish you'd grab these stars before it becomes daylight, huh? Just to have them. Alright, and somewhere around here. Morning occurred. Buff. let's go with maybe 50 of the Ichor. Sure, 51. Let's be exact about it. Maybe about 400 of these. That's good. And another 50 of these. There. Alright. So hopefully this is the order that our shots will go in. We'll be able to debuff Duke Fishron. I guess we'll want, well, why not? Why not go for even more rotation, huh? That's good enough. There. I'll go to endless bolts at that point. Loot all. Alright, so we've got enough for 10 runs. Our arena, this is about 75 blocks. I don't remember exactly what I counted it out to be. But you can see I did use platforms to help me count it. I think that's about it. We've got our gear. We're going to buff up on these and get both of our summons out. And we're going to get this thing on. I'm not ready for it, but we're doing it. Alright, so I don't know if any of these shots are landing. Oh, they are. Okay, nope. Not notice. Alright, we have to be moving over to our core fight bullets sometime soon. We should be searching him now. We're not doing too bad so far. This is not too horrible. It was not the end of the arena. It was right in the middle that we spawned that Sharknado. That's pretty bad for me, but I think we're going to head into the last phase here. And I think we're going to heal now. Wow, that was awesome. That was awesome. So it worked out for us. We do get better DPS with the Xeno Popper. Not as good at accuracy, but that's what Glorify Bolts are for, to really make up for that. Shoot, let's give that another go, just as it was. We'll look at what's in the treasure bag here in a minute. But let's see if we can't open up a few of them. We've still got buffs. We can refresh these without costing anything. Now let's just do it. So up and down movement is pretty useful, doing some zigzagging, and of course being able to dash is always extremely useful. Alright, so that's up in the middle of the air. Oh, we got two of them in the middle, basically in the air. Alright, so we're on to our core fight. So our damage is probably going up here pretty good because our accuracy counts for less, right? Not sure when we're going to see another Sharknado. There it is. We got that at the edge of the screen. I'm going to heal. So I'm watching my health very well there. So obviously the first time around I was able to dodge much better than I have this second time around, as I didn't heal the first time around until this final phase. I think I still have to try and keep an eye on where his eyes are so that the bulls are close enough to him. There he goes. Nice. Whew. Alright, so we've got how much time on any of our buffs? 1 more minute on some of these buffs. I think we'll wait, actually. We'll wait it out. And while we wait, let's go inside a hut. And we'll open up these bags. Alright, I'm not even sure what I'm after, to be honest. I don't remember. There's an agile bubble gun, which is different from the Xeno Popper. It's a mana, it's a spell. I think I liked it. And then there's Flareon. That's a melee, right? It also spews how many bubbles? Yeah, it's melee damage. Yeah, I remember really liking this because it has those homing bubbles when I did things. Yeah, when I was doing my melee runs. So let's see, which flourishes in water and combat. Does it? What's it do? Oh, it's a mount. Nice. We'll keep our UFO for now. I'll have to see about whether I want to change out to the shrimpy mount later on or not. Yes, alright. And again, especially at the end, that last phase, up and down, just a little bit of side to side, mostly on the downfall. So the sooner you can get back up after going down, the better. And having something to dash with. It's getting dark. Our buffs are about to wear off. I think we're gonna go. You know what? Let's just keep doing it. Let's go into dark too. What do we got for these two? Another Flareon and a Tempest Staff. One of the best summons in the game. But these guys just stick on a target. They're probably part of the reason why I'm able to get through phase 3. So we're going to keep these guys. pretty well dodging up to that point. Oh goodness. That was just really bad timing for me. Falling. Put a zigzag. Trying to get those eyes. I can't heal, so I'm not even looking at that. Yes. Alright. Well, I'm super stoked that we were able to get this done with what gear we had. We're not going to do any more of these runs right now. I might. You know what? If it's too much, I'll edit it out. There's no point in stopping at night. We've got the ammo for it, and we've got enough buffs for more times than we've got attempts here. So. Alright, so that was the last one we're gonna do for our recording, guys. I hope that you liked it. I hope that it was helpful to you. We'll do one quick rundown review of what it is we use to defeat Duke Fishron. And in large part, it's just having a good arena and getting the movement right. We use chlorophyte bullets and Ichor bullets. Ichor bullets, they decrease the target's defense, so we're doing more damage to him when he has that Ichor debuff on him. So we're just getting that out, and just enough bullets to kind of get it going, and then we switch over to chlorophyte so that they're hitting more often, and we're not worried about our accuracy as much. And the Xenopopper is kind of tough for accuracy, so chlorophyte bullets are very helpful for that. For our potions, for our buffs, we got Iron Skin, which is a must for pretty much any boss. We have Life Force Potion, which this is the first boss that I've made that for. I haven't had any problems with bosses before not having that, but it is definitely useful for a boss you're having a hard time with, like I do with Duke Fishron. Regeneration Potion, definitely useful. Swiftness Potion, mobility is key. It's just getting the right mobility, and just being fast is not good enough. You have to get the movement right, and learn how Duke Fishron moves. If you take nothing else from this, just take that, get the movement correct, and it might take several failed attempts. As you heard me saying earlier, I thought that I was going to fail some more because of how many times. Well, about 3 times with different arenas and different methods going for me. Not counting how we started the video with those spikes and my 2 losses there. Seeing if what some people put up on some of the forums really could work, or if that had been patched or what. Maybe I did it wrong. But if I did it wrong from reading it on the forums, I just do this and I automatically win. Maybe it works on normal mode, but I was looking for things on expert mode, and that's what people said they did. Maybe they just thought they were experts rather than playing in expert mode. Shine Potion, absolutely not necessary, but it's an easy potion to make. It helps with being able to see where you're at. It's purely something that I've seen other YouTubers do it. They say that you can see the character better in the recordings, so why not? And the Heart Reach Potions. These can be very important for staying alive. I don't have anything generating hearts in this arena, so I'm not sure how much that helped, but it sure didn't hurt any. Let's go ahead and open up 4 more of these. Razor Blade Typhoon. Let's kind of get out here a little bit and razor blade typhoon looks like. It is a magic. It looks pretty awesome. It bounces. In fact, that might become my new go-to magic item, rather than the rainbow here. It is pretty, but doesn't do as much damage and doesn't bounce around. It's not quite as useful as the rainbow is not quite as useful as the typhoon. It probably will be. Aha, the tsunami. I think this is really what I wanted. I don't have, so I've got like one arrow. There it goes. I do have an endless arrow quiver. It looks like it shot out 4 at a time. It shoots 5 arrows at a time. And it looked like it went in a pretty straight line. So this is probably really what I wanted. So I may not end up farming this guy anymore. We might have gotten everything that he has to offer. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and end the video here. Thank you again for watching. I am Gamer J, and I hope you have a wonderful night.